Alright. I think we're set. Okay, so we're gonna play some four-color elementals today. I don't know how I got here. I was trying to work on a Teamer Emerge deck with Risen Reef, and then it didn't really feel like it was coming together. And I haven't played with Eldritch Evolution much, which is like a kind of powerful card. And the Teamer deck didn't look great. I wanted white for voice, but there were some other cards I wanted to try. So yeah, we're just four-color elementals. The mana's kind of shit. There's a few things maybe I could do to fix it, but we'll just hope things come together. We have 4 Once Upon a Time, so we can lean on that. But yeah, it's sort of toolboxy. We have Once Upon a Time and Eldritch Evolution just to help us find different things. So we've got some random one-ofs. The 6-drop I chose to play is Woodland Bellower and get Risen Reef, which is the most important card, as well as Knight of Autumn. And then we have a Deputy, a Reflector Mage, a Clone, Vizier of the Many Faces is the one I chose to play. I could play Clever Impersonator, which copies any permanent, but this card's just like better value. So there's also Unmourned Ego, which like can't be countered, and it gets X. Like it's blue-green 2 and X for a clone, but the clone comes into play with a bunch of extra counters, so that's a consideration too. But I decided to go with this one. I think it's the most powerful, but I'm not entirely sure. And then we have 1 Master Waves. We don't have a ton of blue pips, but just pump elementals, and if you can get away with having like 2 or so in play, it's pretty strong. And then there's 2 Omnaths and 2 Scampering Scorcher, I think is the name of this card. And this card's not super powerful. It plays really well with Risen Reef, but one of the interactions I want to see in play is if you play Voice on 2, you can Eldritch Evolution it, and then you get the Star Elemental, and then you can tutor for Scorcher, which will give it haste, and then make it a 4/4, and then you can attack for 7, which isn't anything ridiculous, but it's somewhat powerful. So, and then I just have 2 Whisperwoods. I don't know how good this card is in the format, but it's one of the more powerful top end elementals, and I just love this card, so we're gonna try it out. And then there's 2 Teferis because Teferi's a good card. And the sideboard's got some more utility stuff. There's a Revoker, a Staticaster, counter spells. I'm trying out Tamayo again, just because I love this card. We're trying Vine Mare versus Field of the Dead decks, as well as just mono black. It's an elemental, probably sucks, but and I'm also gonna give Crumble to Dust a shot. I'll probably play a few games where I pour this in versus the Nykthos decks. I think it's really bad, but I just want to make sure it's bad. And then it's mostly for Field of the Dead. And then there's a pair of negates. It's easier to cast than Dovin's Veto. That's the reason I'm not playing Dovin's Veto, for everyone who's going to ask. And I should have a single needle. I think the first needle is probably better than the second Revoker, just because it's a little cheaper. And I'll still have the Revoker to tutor for if I really need to get it with Eldritch Evolution. I can't find it off Once Upon a Time, but alright. Maybe second Revoker's better. I don't know. It doesn't have a removal, so that's the difference. But yeah, let's join a league. New trophy leader. I don't know how to say this name. Batutina? Tinha? I don't know. This person was always just crushing it. I don't remember even seeing the name QB Turtle, but I'm sure they've just been up there and haven't noticed. 18 is a lot of trophies. I have 6. I'm doing my best, chat. A little bit awkward, but I think it's worth keeping. Alright, our hand's okay versus mono red. You can just get master waves. So, yeah, that's not gonna work exactly how I want it to. I have to play the Temple Garden. I wonder if you're just gonna kill the voice right away. Hope you guys can hear that dog. It's kind of annoying. It's a bit of a late elf, but whatever. Yep. It's a bit rough. Okay. So this can get a 5. I can get Whisperwood with this. Assuming it lives. I think I want to pick off the Beaumont Courier. This is pretty terrifying though. I had a really, really good start and they were on the play, even though my hand was pretty good. Yeah, I can't get anything going. So I can get a 3, I can get Reflector Mage or Detention. I'm supposed to block. So yeah, we'll get Mountain. And then we'll play Elf in second, get Reflector Mage, I think. A lot of the stage broken. That card's so stupid. My opponent just has so many free cards because of it. Alright, let me think. I don't think getting Deputy is like ever really better. So I'm gonna get Reflector Mage. Bounce this. Hopefully I can hold off their stuff and then I can get a Whisperwood. Try to climb into the game that way. But I'm really low, so. Just have another Lightning Strike. Okay, good. My mana's a little awkward. I mean, my mana's just bad, so it's not surprising. Going to 6 means I probably can't win. But I think I have to anyway, so. try to turn the corner as quickly as I can. Yeah, just don't have a source of life gain. That's a pretty good one to hit. So if they have any spell, it's gonna be hard to win. If they don't attack this turn, I'll be pretty happy. I think it's probably good to attack though. I'm trying to cycle. Okay. Alright. So do I get to draw a card at 7, right? 8, okay. I'm not gonna have 8 for a while. So I think I'm supposed to just Omnath this. Could I actually Omnath something else? Could Omnath this Swift Spear? If I just attack with this. I think I still want to Omnath this. Then I can grow the Whisper with an attack. It's likely better. Okay. Well, we can get a bunch of cards, but... They just have 2 more lightning strikes? Is that what this means? If they had a spell? Really? No, okay. So if they put me to 1, they die. I think, right? I think they can actually attack. So I could hit Deputy or Eldritch Evolution and win. I don't know if it matters to flip these. Could flip this. So now I just need to hit Eldritch Evolution. It's close. So block here. So I can't. If I alpha, so this block has to happen no matter what. If I alpha, so this block happens here, and then this block happens here. I go to 2. What if I just attack with these 3? a block here. They just jump here. I have 3 blockers then. So haste drop. So this is 4 to activate. So they can't haste guy. They just have to draw a burn spell. I guess I probably should attack here. I don't think it's gonna matter. Looks like they missed. Alright, we won. Oof, alright, that was close. It's pretty lucky. Really happy to be mono red on the draw. That's nice. Okay. So how do I want to board? I want the second knight. Is Staticaster actually good? I don't think so. They just have Beaumont Courier. Could have Copter in their deck potentially. I could just board in the Revoker. Just a 2-mana 2-1. And I can randomly hit some stuff. I don't think Needle does anything. Tomorrow seems kind of poor. Vine Mare might actually be worth having. I don't know what I would be boarding out though. I think I want the negates. I think all the games they win are going to involve burn because I have enough cheap creatures. So the Fairy's kind of awful. Beller's too slow. Master Waves is fantastic. I don't think I need the clone. Probably don't need 2 of these. I think I want the evolutions. Just being able to get more life gain in Whisperwood seems good. So I guess I'm okay with this plan. I could be a little softer Reflector Mage. Probably do this. Sorry, Smuggler's Copter. This is just a 2-1. It's not great, but I think I'm okay with it. It's really bad at blocking Copter, but the Fairy does basically nothing, so. Do I want the clone actually? Maybe I do just for more Night of Autumns. It's kind of slow, but the Fairy seems pretty poor. What's up, Arbiter? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I have to use this once upon a time to plan around this elf dying because the odds it lives are so low. But I think this hand's a keep basically every time. Off chance it lives, like, I get to play a reef early. It's a nice one if I can get white mana. It's actually a really good draw if I get white mana. That being said, my mana is not superb. Well, I think I have to take Hallowed Fountain. It's so likely that this elf dies, and I think I need to try to play Voice. Like, if I can go, even taking the extra damage, if I can go elf into Voice into Eldritch Evolution for Master Waves, really strong. Taking Knight's great, but I don't even have white mana, so. I don't even know what I'll do if it lives, actually. Just play Reef, right? I think I always just play Reef. I get Syrian blooded, that would suck. Okay. So that means I didn't have it. So I guess it's gonna live. Well. It's probably pretty good for me. Okay, I still have all my mana. Hmm. So I think the way I want to play this game is I basically want to try to stabilize the board, and then once I'm ahead on board, I just need to get a bunch of Knight of Autumns. Gain life. Okay. Turn 8, they have 2 cards, no runes. Which I could get Deputy. I don't think that really accomplishes all that much. We're at 5 mana. I don't know how I'm going to be blocking here. So they could just castle. Should block with the Reef, I think. I think it's fine if I lose the Elemental. That's a blowout. I blocked horribly. I don't think I... Huh. This is interesting. Should be just dead. I have to get red, and then I have to draw green. So I can go to 1 and jump. And then I can... So they have to break infinite. Yeah, it's just something that kills me, right? This mic is awful. I don't think I have an out. Yeah, them drawing Searing Blood is pretty brutal. So I could have killed this and maybe been in the game. I don't think so, though. Huh. Yeah, we get to be on the play, though. Just makes the entirety of the difference. It's just like mono red is half the deck it is on the draw. So, yeah, I think I like the way I boarded. Could maybe try the Vine Mares just because they're big and hexproof. But it's gonna be hard to get to that much mana. I think this is fine. I wonder. It doesn't seem like it. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. So, I find... I'm doing this for science. I don't actually know. I legitimately don't know how bad this hand is. I don't think it's that bad. But it might be bad enough to mulligan. The second Once Upon a Time isn't that bad. The third one's really bad. What is that? Oops. I don't know what that means. Could I block this? Likely not. Guess I brick and only find an elf. Cut off with the block now, I guess. It's probably fine. The extra mana is nice. Yeah, I think it's fine to block. It's kind of awkward because I basically just took a free point, and it's going to get an extra card if this dies, but whatever. I don't think it was right to block, and I think the fact that we found specifically a 3-drop makes it okay. I'm doing this shit. Yep. All right. Whatever you say. Is my face says light up the stage? I guess. Yeah. Card is just remarkably overpowered. I think I should block. I've been fine on cards. I want to maximize my life total. So let's go make sure. That's just nice to have. I could actually probably block. I don't hate it. What could I draw? Maybe I would want to play Voice of Resurgence. It's probably too aggressive. If I die by 1, you know, so be it. Okay, well, wish I blocked. I think we're gonna lose. It's close though. I need to find knights. I know one of my knights is on the bottom though. Could also find Eldritch Evolution. Drawing all 4 once upon a time is not the best. So this is 4, 5, I get a 10. What could I draw? If I draw Omnath, block here. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like 2. Maybe 7 damage. I'm good to not attack. I feel like I have to attack. I lose the 2-1, but like... how do I think it get better for me? I'm trying to think of if there's anything I could draw to increase the clock. If they draw a Jeskai... They just brick 2 turns. 13... This attack does get better with time. Do I want to sack an elf to deal 2? Maybe that's better than sacking the elemental. I don't know. I really just need Knight of Autumn. Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. Sorry. So now we're at 1. So we're dead to like everything, but... If I attack with both these, I die to any haste creature. So I think they just block here. It doesn't really make a difference, right? This is... maybe it does. Yeah, I think they still block here. It's 3, 4, 5. So they block here. I think 7 go to 6. And they block this next turn. It would be 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. They're just dead. If they draw a creature. That's one way to get it done. Yeah. It's close. Well, I mean, if I mulligan, maybe I win that game. I immediately drew the 4th once upon a time. Their hand wasn't super strong. I took an extra point. So if I just snapped off the block in the Beaumont Courier, I would go to 1 here. They would have this on blocking. Be drawing negate. Maybe I could have won the game. It's funny that the 1 point mattered that much. Well, that's not true, right? Because I would die. I'd be at 2, and then I would have died to Swift Spear. Yeah, it was a close game. Maybe I could have won. I should have probably just mulliganed. Like, I don't know. I do a lot of stuff for the sake of just like learning and understanding. It's part of why I kept that hand. I don't think it was like the worst keep. It's pretty bad versus mono red though. Like, if you're playing against like a Thoughtseize deck, it's probably fine. Well, one of the problems is if I do mulligan to like 6 or whatever and keep like elf 2 land or 1 land or whatever, they're just gonna kill it every time. But I don't think that's enough of a justification. So I probably could have won that match if I did a few things differently. It's tough to say. It seems like it's a close matchup, and Syrian Blood is a fucked up card. So I don't know. Nice. I'm gonna find our red source. On a million of 5. I'm gonna scrap the Whisperwood. My hand's good enough, I think. Make it 5. Hollowed Fountain. Well, there it is. There's a very specific card I think I want in this matchup, and we found it. So, well, maybe not exactly. Okay. All right. Well, everything's different now. That being said, Teferi's a good enough draw. I think I'm just gonna play it and bounce. Play Teferi, bounce here, and then I can Reef and then Scourgers. Could also just Reef. If I Reef and hit a land, it's pretty strong. I don't really want this to get value though. And getting Teferi down is pretty good. Like, they're probably gonna have some sort of stuff they want to do on their turn. Yeah. Shock. It's opt. Okay. I can't play the Scorchers. So. If this gets to live, that'll be cool. Probably won't, but not a super big deal either way. We can just have the Reef up. Okay, none of this is gonna come close to what we're doing. I don't think. Can we attack? Oh, tap land too. Wow. Okay, is that better to play or is Fabled Passage better to play? Probably doesn't really matter. Do I want to double Reef? think so. To kill both of my reefs, basically, and they're going to get a lot of value from this. Right? It's a lot of young pyromancers. Maybe they can win. Stoke the flames, sure. I don't know what they're targeting. It's fine. They're certainly accruing value. I don't know if they're accruing value at the same rate I am, but okay. So we're at 6 lands. So I want to Omnath and then Scourgers. We just get Mountain. So yeah, the fetch line's pretty good with Omnath. And if we find the mountain, we can just say no. Oh boy. Woodland Bellower. If I can't get the Woodland Bellower, I can't get a Whisperwood. Whatever, we're going for Broke, chat. I think we've already assembled Broke, but at this point it might just be excessive. The master always. All right, they're done. They had enough. All right, that was a sweet game. I had a really good draw. My opponent's draw was okay, but I turned 2 Teferi and then just into mono nonsense. So I don't think things were getting any better for my opponent. This is fantastic versus Staticaster. They just showed Jeskai colors, so could board in the Needle as a hedge. I don't think, like, they might have Detention Sphere, but I think it's more likely they're spell events. I'm going to try no Knight of Autumn. I think Teferi is good enough. They have red in their deck, so I guess I want Master Waves. I'm going to board out Once Upon a Time. And then I think Deputy's good enough at cleaning up elementals that I want it, and I can just, like, trim on these. Actually, I probably went double Omnath. Could end up getting burned by having so many counter spells and just dying to a young pyromancer. But like I said, we have a few answers. So let's try this. I might have too many spells in my deck as well. Like I have a bunch of counter spells and a bunch of Eldritch Revolutions. So I don't know. This is a hand. So I think we're playing 1 mountain and 2 forests. So there they are. I don't believe I can keep this. It's pretty laughable. Okay, this hand seems good. What do I not want? I think Reflector Mage. How important is Reflector Mage? Probably not that important. I think I'm just going to keep all these elementals. Omnath seems really good, though. I already forgot what match we were playing. Okay. What do I get? What basic land's the best? A blue or white one? So let's look at my deck. Probably a blue one. Then I can't cast voice. Okay, so it has to be sorry, it has to be a green or white one. Plains cast a fairy, forest casts Elvish Mystic. I have the Teferi, so I think I'm gonna get Plains. I should have once upon a time first. I wanted to thin my deck, but actually forest cast Risen Reef as well. It's really hard to cast Teferi though. That's okay, I think. We'll just get forced. Master Waves. So, I can't play Teferi. Maybe they're playing Teferi. Jeskai sounds like, okay, so they're like Jeskai tokens or some nonsense. I'm gonna play a Risen Reef and attack. I want to find lands. I have a lot of lands in my deck. I have 24. This mic is like pretty awful. And just like randomly cracks, mutes, and then I have to unplug it and plug it back in. So, hope you guys aren't hearing that. Okay, do I Omnath or do I just Master Waves? This is 2 elementals. I think Omnath is better. Land was a really good draw. Oh, what if they have Mystical Dispute? I get the Elemental. And then I'll still have Master. Okay, I'm not gonna attack this time, I don't think. I think I'm gonna control deck in this spot. Let me know if you can hear that, though, because it's really, really important. If you guys can hear that, if you hear that crack or whatever, I'm not gonna use this mic ever again. That's a lot of Jeskai sentences. I think it's fine, though. We're gonna go ape shit with this Master Waves. Second on that, too. Lance! 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 Damn it. I had 0 fucking lands, holy moly. Don't think I want to attack the Reef. Okay, I can't cast a fairy. I think I want Dispute. Maybe this is worth keeping. They're getting low. This is actually 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 7 points of damage just off this on. Or, no, excuse me. Legend Rule makes it 6. It's a lot of damage, though. So if I can get in with enough stuff, I'll just die to this if I can get it to resolve. Sort of trying to troubleshoot. You're muted. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, this mic is fucking garbage. I don't really know why it's not complying. Might just have to get a new one. It just keeps like disconnecting and cracking. It's really annoying. Yeah, all this stuff doesn't really matter. I guess it doesn't matter what land I play. Should have played Reef. If I hit a land, this hand is disgustingly absurd. Never lucky. Only a second Resin Reef. Darn. But yeah, it would be like turn 3 Whisperwood on the play into clone my Whisperwood. Yeah, this doesn't really do anything. Doesn't really accomplish much for them. I'm just gonna reset. Yeah, I thought I put in extra lands in my deck to make sure I would hit more often, but it's not working out. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully you can hear me. For now. Having a ton of technical issues recently. It's kind of frustrating, but hopefully I'll get it all to a place where I'm happy. On the bright side, we're casting Risen Reef, so that's pretty good. Thoughtseize, have at it. Alright. Playing the hope I don't find another land game, or we kill me off. Either way. Not great for them. Be Oakville? Courser. Yep. Land, please. Not land. I might not even... This matchup's so good it probably won't matter, but I needed to deploy threats, like... It's pretty important. So, if I miss on a land for the next 4 turns, I guess I could lose, but... If I ever hit... Should be set. If I drew a land that turn, I would just win the game instantly, which would have been nice. We'll see. Can't really pressure the Yoko. Turn. Just gonna slam the Whisperwood. So good. Woodland Bellower. Could run this in. It's poor. So they have an Oko and an Unknown. Okay, the card's really doing anything at this point. I don't know what I want to prioritize trying to kill with this Omnath if I get to that. I think they have to turn off the Whisperwood. They don't have a second one though. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, if I play against midrange with like any of these like value piles, I think it's gonna be pretty strong. Do I want to try these Vine Mares? Does the deck feel competitive or more along the lines of fun? I assumed it was closer to fun. But I think it's constructed in a competitive manner. Like, it's not all nonsense. The biggest issue is probably the mana. But Voice is a card that's definitely seemed playable all on its own in Pioneer. It's not great. It's a little rough versus the mono green decks. But we lost a close-ish match to Mono Red that maybe I could have won. We like completely steamrolled. I don't even remember what we played against. We killed them really fast. And we're up a game versus this deck, so I think it's probably too bad versus Mono Green to play. But there's some things you could do. I don't know. It's the third match I've played with it. My guess is closer to fun than competitive, but I think it's kind of in between. Like I think you could get it to a place where it's more competitive. But there's a lot of toolboxiness, and there's a lot of stuff that you kind of have to smooth out. Like the way my deck's built is not going to be anywhere close to how it should be, I don't think. This just gets blocked by. This gets blocked by the 3/3s. I can make it bigger with Omnath, but I don't know. I think I want all the big stuff. Do I want this? I guess I want Revoker Needle. Not that they're great, but they're okay. I don't know what this deck is. It's just removal and Okos and some other like random creatures. This is gonna die enough. I guess I can deal with a bunch of food, which is surprisingly relevant. I sort of just like all my cards. I don't know. Sure. I'm gonna keep. If they have turn 1 Thoughtseize, our hands like stuff, which is nice. If they have turn 1 Goose, we can counter an Oko. That was the best draw ever. Can even play a Deputy if I really want. Chase, sure. I think this is a little bit better. Puts me head on board. Like this Teferi matters. And like the reefs are gonna be good eventually. I don't really have to force that. I think picking a spot where Teferi is good is important though. Okay. So I'd probably just Deputy the Oko. And if they have like Decay or whatever, we adapt. Guess I lose my Teferi this way. This play probably sucks. What else could I have done? I guess I just bounced or I just Deputy the food. Or just play a Reef. Play a Reef, let Teferi die. I still get to leave. Yeah, that's the play. I should have just played a Reef. I don't really think about the fact that they were just going to make this a 3/3 if they replicate this. If they have a second Oko, it's pretty awesome for me. But we'll see. Tracker, sure. Doesn't really do anything either. Eldritch Evolution there. I think I'm just bouncing Tracker. Not much of an elemental deck, but I think that's okay. So a cute thing I can do with Teferi and Eldritch Evolution too is plus it and then just have this hover, and if they ever try to kill my stuff, I can just respond by sacking it and get a bunch of value that way. It's not that good if I'm going to get Whisperwood Elemental anyway, but it's kind of nice. Dude, Aqueous Form? Aqueous Form, really? That's funny. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that that's the answer, but it's cute. Does that count as actually? This is kind of aggressive, but I think I win on the spot anyway, so. Draw. Just haven't used these reefs. It's kind of funny. I don't regret not using them. I think I've played correctly, but they've just like sat here and probably are unbeatable, but it just hasn't been better than what I could do. So they have Languish. I get an Elemental and then three morphs. So. GG's. Alright, some very fast matches. Jesus. Longest match we've played has been against Mono Red. Here's the deck anyone who's coming in now wants to check it out. But yeah, it has a lot of really powerful Magic cards. Like, it doesn't play too many awful cards. Like, this card is kind of horrible. Maybe there should just be one, but I wanted to try it out. And I haven't gotten to go just, like, voice into evolution into this. It's like, it's a nice way to just attack your opponent for 7 on the 3rd turn out of nowhere, and you just end up with a 4/4. But yeah, Omnath seemed good. Whisperwood seemed good. Beller's probably garbage trash. But everything else feels like it's had its place. The sideboard is... All my sideboards are just, like, things I want to try. Sideboard looks really bad. I don't really know what it should be. And especially considering how the mana is, it's kind of hard to have like a Wild Slash in your sideboard. So I'm not sure. Oof. I want to keep this. Can I just keep this? Can you just tell me everything's going to be alright if I keep this, chat? Beekeeper. That name sounds familiar. Maybe I just played against this person a bunch of times. Okay, well, we can do the thing. I don't know if it'll be worth doing. I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh, Soulflayer? Or random aggro deck. Could be humans. Soulflayer. Alright. This one could be tough. How do I beat Soulflayer? I could clone their thing. I don't know how that works, actually. This looks like a Soulflayer. I'm terrified. Is this the 3rd turn Soulflayer with Hexproof? Good God. Alright, well, I'm gonna see what happens if I clone this, because I'm dead anyway. That's a lot of damage. So my opponent just had the actual perfect draw. 3 lands, Lawless, Soulflayer with Hexproof, Haste, Double Strike. Okay. Yeah, whatever, bud. Must be nice. I actually don't even know if I could win. I just want to see how this works. I think I'm dead even if it does work the way I want, because there's no lifelink. It just gets nothing. Fair enough. All right, that was a close interactive game. I mean, I die even if it gets all the keywords, so I just wanted to check, and it's the fast way of doing it, so. Alright, well, how do we beat that? We can't. No one can beat that. That being said, I guess I want to find Mare. So what's important? What's important is their enablers. It's not very often that they just go Lolith Troll into Soulflayer. And they need to find Soulflayer too, so I think I'm going to try the negates. I don't have any Graveyard Hate, which could be good in this matchup. Yeah, all this shit kind of sucks. Tamayo is probably good if they don't get Hexproof. And this guy could beat... I don't know if that's particularly relevant. So I think I just kind of have to, like, out-nut draw them. Yeah, I mean, I just need to have, like, Elf and a Reef and do a bunch of stuff and then kill them before they can set that up. So maybe I don't even want negate. I don't know. Got any ideas, chat? I stopped Lotleth Troll. That seems laughably bad. That's something I'm super interested in. I know boarding and negate like seems weird against this deck, but I think it is important. I'm gonna try this hand. Actually, don't know how many green sources we have. It's probably like 16. So this is 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14. So it's 14 and 2 Fable Passage. Is it not that likely we hit? Maybe this hand's bad. This hand's definitely bad. I kind of have to hit Temple Garden. I hit a green source. This card is so stupid. I actually hate it. Like, it's so broken that I'm playing with it, even though I hate it. Sometimes I'll just be a psychopath and, like, not do the things I should do just because I don't like them, but it's too good. Alright, I drew negate. So, I will go ahead and leave up negate, I guess. But once upon a time, they don't do anything. I don't really think I want to evolution. If I had, like, some Graveyard Hate thing. So this is Grizzly Salvage. It kind of sucks. You're going to do it when I do this, but I think I just have to let him. I didn't. Okay. Huh. Alright. A little awkward. Just going to lump it. Okay. They should have nothing? I don't know what's gonna happen in the next turn, but I'm gonna leave with this negate. Troll. Okay. It's weird. So they didn't have a turn 2 play. They had to have 3 creatures for this to live. I could evolution for the haste stuff. I could just evolution for an Omnath and then leave up negate. I don't think that's great. I can't actually cast this on this. I think I have to, like, just play to the board. This is probably gonna live, and I'm probably gonna die to a Soulflayer, but it's all the same. Nope. Alright, cool. You need to be more optimistic, chat. Tell me to quit being such a fucking pessimist. They'll never have it. You're always lucky, they're never lucky. Did they just, like, play around the gate and have this the whole time? That's so weird. I think I'm okay with that, but... Shit, so that was Soulflayer. They don't have anything scary in the graveyard, they just have trample. Alright, what's the most ape-shittiest thing I could do? I guess it's just voice, Eldritch Evolution, haste? That's a lot of damage. Does this just kill them? Probably not. That does kill him, right? I just did the math. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a lot of damage. So this is 9, 10, it's 15, right? So they got a -1. Nice. Alright, we did it. We not drew him. Just as I drew it up. It's a weird game. Dude, I want the negates on the draw. They're a lot worse on the draw. I can actually get away with them on the play. They can just like jam their gathered attack on turn 2. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe the matchup's bad enough that I want them. Like all these other cards suck. They're just like Vinemare can randomly be good. But I don't know if it's better than the other stuff we have. I'm gonna try the negates. Maybe like cloning an Omnath to get damage across. That was cool though. We got to do the Scorcher thing at least once this league, which I wanted to do and definitely mattered. Yeah. Actually, whatever. I'm gonna keep. This hand has very obvious problems, but it has a turn 2 Risen Ray, so I'd rather draw. Maybe we'll get turn 3 comboed. If we do, we do. At least a colored source. Yeah, I could have Rest in Peace on my board. Just for this stuff, if you really don't want to lose to graveyard decks. It just stops voice. Yeah. Yeah, it messes up the Whisperwoods, but it doesn't really matter. But this deck's really cool. I've played so many elemental decks between, mostly Modern actually, but between Modern and this format, and I just am never disappointed. There's so much fun to play. Nothing, so this is probably Grizzly Salvage. Be a removal spell? Probably not. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't main phase it. I showed them negate. Didn't I? Or did I not? I guess I didn't. I don't even remember. The mic's not disconnecting though, which is nice. Sure. No hexproof, please. Thank you. Hexproof and indestructible. Hot diggity dog. I'm fucking dead, chat. Sigh. It sucks. I don't think this deck does this very often. My opponent ran pretty hot. Oh, they didn't have it. Alright, what did I say about being a pessimist, chat? And I drew a Plains. I'm so lucky. Could play Master. It doesn't really do much. I mean, this stuff doesn't really do much either, but... So they just need to find Soulflayer. It's not Soulflayer. I guess I use the Deputy. It's not gonna do anything against the Soulflayer. It makes the Master better, and I get I get in for damage, so maybe they like fatal push it and get me, but I get an elemental, so it's not that bad. Try to give more Caryatids. Caryatid rich. And a Samet. It's gonna be the best Soulflayer of your life if you're ever fortunate enough to draw it. So what do I want? I can just play Murderous Rider if they miss. Just want Evolution, Reef. I have a lot of good draws. I kind of just don't want lands or elves. Once Upon a Time's good. Okay, just Murderous Rider's fine. It's an interesting draw. I might as well play it. Do I bounce? Not really. It's not very good with Master Waves. So yeah, I guess I just play it and I plus. It's 7. Or 12, I mean. A lot of damage. Could have another Murderous Rider here. They have to do it in their main phase. They go to 10. Okay, so I don't have lifelink, which is pretty important. I don't even know if this deck plays a way to give your guy lifelink. Okay, well. They're dead. Block here. It's 8, 9, 10, 11. Now they go 1. That's interesting. Unless I miscounted, I think they go 1, so it's 3. It's 3 and 8, 11. I don't know what out they have though, so we're set. Nice. Alright. 3 and 1. See if we can get a 4-1 with this deck. Yeah, I don't know about that one. This one I'll keep. A lot of Risen Knives. I think I'm just gonna mulligan the Omnath. I don't know. Blooming Marsh again. So there's no reason to play the Once Upon a Time because I can't get an elf and play it. I think I always want to play Fabled Passage first. I should Once Upon a Time before I fetch though for information. Yeah, I think it's double Soulflayer. We'll see if their deck just falls apart again. Yeah, playing it seems worse than hitting my 3rd land drop. If I just knew my top card was a land, I think I would play the Voice, but it's not even that much better anyway, so. Yeah. Back-to-back Soulflayer. This deck has not been that popular to play against for me, but maybe it's well positioned. I don't really know. Like, it's hard for a deck to be well positioned on Moto because like everyone plays I mean, a bunch of people just play random trash like what I do. But maybe it's good against like mono green and what's the other deck? Is there another really popular deck? I can't think of it. I guess it's all just mono green. Maybe the blue green stubborn denial deck. Maybe it's good against that too. So what are we gonna hit a land? We haven't been hitting many lands off the reef. Fuck these once upon a time. Stop. I mean, maybe this isn't a once upon a time deck. You could just play 8 elves. I have 6 elves for once upon a time. You could also play like 3 once upon a time. I think a lot of people see that as blasphemy, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Alright, dude, I get it. I'm dead. You don't have hexproof? You do have hexproof. Alright, so this would have... Actually, let me make sure this isn't the same opponent. No, it was Beekeeper. See, this is literally exactly what happened. Maybe not exactly. I guess their draw was slower. Hexproof, yeah. Basically what happened the first game last match. So maybe we can just have a mirror of what just happened where they just like turn 3, make it so they can't win the game, and then their deck doesn't work and we win. Okay, so I boarded into the gates. I think I stand by that. And then the Tamayos. And again, I think naming law withdrawal with these cards is mostly nonsense. So, I'm not going to do that. What did I board out? Like that? I think it was that. It's fine. I believe, chat. These extra elves kind of suck, but then I can't really cast voice. You can find Temple Garden. Easy clap. It's kind of funny because like people could come in and ask me if I think this deck's like competitive or whatever, and my answer is basically just no. But like we're just playing in this format where they're just gonna keep banning stuff, like assuming that like the win percentages are just like too skewed for what they're comfortable with. So just because it's not like the best deck right now, I mean maybe it'll be playable. We hit a land. Oh my god, we're just doing it. Next turn we're gonna draw a green source even. Don't play Lawless Troll. Actually, just don't play anything. What's up, on? Not exactly what I asked for. It's kind of a green source. That's funny. You cast it. Well played by my opponent. That's something I would have messed up 100%. I would have just like let this voice resolve and not think about that. So I got Questing Beast, sure. Yep. They get a land or a Carnage. So I don't think they're gonna add Carnage Tyrant to their end. So it looks like they get a land. So they're gonna have a hexproof trample in the graveyard. Sure. Well, Tomato doesn't do all that much against hexproof, so this is basically for if they get like the indestructible vigilance part and not the hexproof part. Yep. I guess I'm just Tamayoing for cards. much going on, so it's not really the intended purpose of this card in this specific matchup, but it'll do. Drawing the extra cards better than playing the extra elf. So they play Questing Beast this turn. Kind of bad for me, but this doesn't die, and then I can draw 2 again. So other than negate, not really losing on the board if that happens. We go to 12. This goes to 1. It's not a terrible play for my opponent, but it's not. Ooh. Hello. I think I just get a reef, right? So I can get a 4 and get Master Waves, Omnath. I can haste all my elementals. Could actually just attack with all my stuff, and then if they block, I can... So I can attack with these 3. If they block the... Yeah, I can get Omnath either way and just kill this. Can't leave up negate that way, but I don't think negate matters at this point. So, what else could I do? I could get Deputy, I could get Reflector Mage. Maybe Reflector Mage is best. Can play Murderous Rider. I actually don't know how I boarded. So I can't get the clone. Kind of like the Omnath play the most. A little more information as well. The no blocks is kind of weird. Yeah. Maybe the no blocks. Okay. So we have 2 cards. Okay, so we actually can't leave up negate. I don't really think about if there was a reason I should play my elf. Probably fine to leave a negate. It's hard for them to find Soulflayer. Not that Soulflayer does much because there's no lifelink. Still be good. I think this plays a little better. It's like, I mean, it could arguably be worse. I think this play is just better. Alright. Game 3. Yeah, I don't really care about like Murderous Rider or Questing Beast. Just hexproof. Specifically, hexproof Soulflayer is the scary thing. Because I have Reflector Mage, I have Teferi, I have Deputy. Hexproof, you know, I'm SOL. Yeah, what's up, Chase? How you doing? Yeah, we're playing our second match against Soulflayer. I think this matchup's pretty rough, but both matches, game one, our opponent put in a haste, hexproof, indestructible, double strike thing on turn 3. Ooh, buddy. This one's a bit too greedy to keep, I think. God, I want to keep it, though. If I hit Temple Garden, this hand's absurd. If I don't hit Temple Garden, I do get a draw step. So let's just say I hit like a forest. Botanical Sanctum. I can go Elf, Eldritch Evolution for Reef. Doesn't really accomplish that much unless I hit a land off of it. I think I'm gonna mulligan. It's close though. Okay. So island. Yeah. If I want all my colors, I have to do it this way. It's probably better. I mean, if I knew in my top 6 cards there was exactly Temple Garden, I would keep that hand. But kind of ambitious. What the fuck? There's a bottom this. So if I draw a blue sword, it's better to play Temple Garden on turn 1. It's also better if I draw Voice and want to play Fable Passage, so. Okay. It's at least not in the graveyard. Yeah, this draw is kind of weak. Questing Beast would be pretty good here, actually. Yeah, Once Upon a Time's really stupid. Yep. Let it carry, dude. I'm gonna hexproof, dude. Yeah, I think hexproof's the scariest thing, so I think we're definitely dogs at this point. But our opponents have been getting pretty unlucky, so. Well, they have a lot of Caryatids, so their hand doesn't look that intimidating. I don't want to proceed. Playing this other stuff doesn't do anything. I kind of just want to Omnath and nug them for 1. And then start growing it. Next turn I can play Forest, grow this, and then plus on these if I want. And depending on what they do, I could also just play Teferi. Yeah, I don't know what time span I would put on Once Upon a Time getting banned. I would say within the next month. That's my guess. So they could play Carnage Tyrant, actually. We have this Omnat that can grow. Okay. That's not that scary. I guess... Probably just freeze it. Could bounce it. Maybe bouncing it's best. Okay, draw 4 characters. Kind of like freezing it. Could freeze it, then bounce it. That's not very good though. If I have a second Questing Beast, I lose to Mayo, but I think it's fine. Like, they still lose a card out of it. I do need to pressure them. I can't give them infinite time. Although they have plenty of jump blockers. Boo. Okay. It's an interesting spot. I kind of just want to play Scorchers and plus on one of my elementals and their Murder Strider. So Maya will die. I'll take 4. That doesn't seem very good. I could freeze Murder Strider and Questing Beast, and then play Teferi. I could just play Teferi first. So if I play like Teferi and I find and Teferi really doesn't do anything, does it? I could bounce the Scorcher next turn and then replay it. That doesn't do anything versus Questing Beast. Feels like I need to draw cards in some form. I don't know the best way to accomplish that. Under a surprising amount of pressure. I kind of think it's Scorcher. Draw 2 cards. So there's one of my dudes. If I plus on this, they don't have to block the next turn if it attacks. I could plus on these two. So that was really complicated. Holy shit. So I could plus... So if I plus here, I'm going to get the card no matter what. I don't need the card now. I could plus here and then on here. Does that do anything? It's better to plus here and here, I think. No, it's not. What the hell? Can I... I clicked on the top one. It looked like they moved. Oh my god. I'm gonna assume the top one is right. It looked like it flipped them. That would be completely fucking insane, dude. Okay, thank God. That's scary. To triple block this? This attack's good from them. Really? Okay. Well, we just draw lands. I think we're dead. It's gonna be hard to win either way. They're actually just beating us with shitty creatures. It's kind of funny. Oh, they got a Soulflayer. I didn't even notice that. What is this reveal, Tron? Just draw lands. Alright, GG's. Kind of rough. Pretty funny that we just lost to Questing Beast. So that's unfortunate. That was a really fun league. This is actually cool. I'd be down to try it again sometime. I don't think it's anything super special. Teferi looked embarrassing that match. I think I still want them in my deck, but... Questing Beats is kind of big. I don't think it really matters. Like, we have a bunch of Eldritch Evolutions. Like, we can get stuff that outclasses it. Even Knight of Autumn blocks it. I think that was just a strange game. I mulliganed to 6. I think my hand was fine, but kind of slow. And they just, like, played big stuff, so... Good beats. What would I change? Probably not much. I think I would try 3 Once Upon a Times. The Bellower probably just can go. I don't know if you need both of these. I think I like Double Omnath because it's just a good magic card. The Master's good. Probably stick with this to try it out. Double Whisperwood seems fine. You could play Neoform, but I decided not to. I think this core of the deck is good. Like, the mana could use work. I don't really know where or how to fix it or make it better. But anyone who's good at making mana bases could probably do that. I don't know if the Teferis are even good. Could just have a bunch more Reflector Mage. Or just more like interactive creatures. I like the idea of Reflector Mage in this deck. Just like, I think one of the best 3-mana creatures to play when you have Eldritch Evolution is Reflector Mage, because it just bridges into Whisperwood so well. Like, and you don't really want to sack Wreath. Like, you will. It's fine to do. But maybe just try a bunch of Reflector Mage. Kind of hard to cast on curve. I think I like 24 lands. There aren't really any other cards that jump out at me. There's like one cute card you could try. You'd have to rework the Manus Generator Servant. It's not a very good card, but it is an elemental, and it just gives you a bunch of mana. Like, if you can just play Generator Servant into Whisperwood, it's kind of nice. See, I don't know how I would make the last 2 cards. Is this better than a Company deck? I don't think so. I think you're probably better off just playing Company and not playing Evolution, but this is way more fun and way cooler. So there's that. I think the sideboard kind of sucked, but we knew that. I guess I would just leave it to Fairies. Fairies okay. See, I'd probably play something like this. I don't know. Maybe look for different like toolboxy creatures. I want to try this. I only have 2 forests, but I think it's okay to play 1 Nissa. I really wanted lands in a lot of those games, so having a thing that just gives me a land drop is nice, and this makes an elemental, which isn't super relevant, but it's somewhat relevant. And then like Reef helps you get the land drops to help this flip. It's a thing you can evolution for if you just have an elf and you want a value card that isn't Risen Reef. Not that that ever really comes up. So maybe try like a Nissa. And then you could just have a